Don't associate academics with me ever again. Adam, I am sorry that I publicly bashed you when I don't think that's where your heart was, but...
What's up, you guys? AO Catalyst After Dark, and it looks like the long-awaited Celina Powell response video is here. I'm going to be doing my AO condensed version of this, but obviously you should go watch the full version when you can, but let's see what she has to say. I'll be doing some commentary and reaction to it. Let's go.
Hey babies, welcome back to my channel. So I know a lot of drama has been circling around me for the last couple of weeks. A lot has changed, and now I'm more calm. I've thought through my feelings, and I've also found out a lot more information that I wouldn't have if I recorded this video before. I want to start out by addressing mine and Eliza's podcast, The Thoughts Next Door. Adam22, he owns NOJUMPER. He gave us a platform. I've been on his show multiple times, airing out every celebrity you can imagine. It was just a great opportunity for me to shine on his platform. He always kept me relevant. Every interview of mine goes viral, but this last one I did, I brought out my close friend, Eliza, and she announced about the basketball team, and that got 19 million hits overnight. Just jokingly, me and Eliza wanted to pull up on them. They were on live, and he was like, yeah, you can do a show with house phone, whatever. He can babysit y'all, say less. We pulled up, we took a picture, and we're like, this is our show now. And we presented to Adam, and he said yeah. Right away, me and Eliza got to work finding our talents and booking up people we can interview. And we had a lot of great guests that were about to come on, and it sucks that our first guest was kind of shady and all that drama. I'm over that drama. To the twins, I wish you guys the best. I don't hate y'all, whatever it is.
Celina's I don't hate y'all. What about Eliza? What just happened yesterday? So are Celina and Eliza not the same on the twins, or is Eliza now changing her stance? Because if you guys remember, the past 3 or 4 days, Eliza and Gabby have been going back at it. So I guess Celina and Eliza are on different pages. I guess we've always known that, but it's just kind of interesting to hear.
Whatever. Moving on, we had some danger on. She announced about OBJ. That went crazy viral. We're trending at #1. Thoughts Next Door, the podcast, was trending at #1 for the whole day. NOJUMPER was trending at #8 for the whole day. Odell was trending at #1 with us. And moving on, out of nowhere, I get 1,000 messages about a man trying to expose me. And you can't really expose me. He basically made it his life mission to expose me because I said on the podcast that he was a clout chaser for many reasons. I said that he was a clout chaser because with DJ Academics, I was cool with him at one point, and that man went on an interview and said, yo, I just an Academics girl, something like that. And that, to me, that's clout chasing. There was no need to involve Academics in this. But at that moment, I was just whatever. Then he was on live, and I was on my podcast page, and people were sending me his live, and I tuned in, and he showed me, he showed the live that Adam22 was talking to him about coming on his podcast.
Yeah, and if we remember what happened, she's talking about Jimmy Smacks. The comment about him was so small. It was such a small comment, but he made the biggest deal out of it. And I guess when you're enemies, I guess you could feel that type of way. But really, I don't know why, if Jimmy Smacks is a clout chaser, of course he's going to take that and run with it. So even just a small little name drop is going to, start up a whole fire.
To me, it just it felt like I just got hit by a bus. It really felt like I was like in another world. I was like, this man, Adam, he's not stupid. Let's point that out. Adam's not stupid. He's always on social media. Every time I post a picture, I know he's seen this man trying to bash me. And for him to still be talking to this man, like, trying to get him an interview, I was like, wait a minute. And not only am I on your platform, No Jumper, and we work together, we have a friendship, you're trying to bring a man who's blatantly trying to ruin me, who thinks he's ruining me. You're going to bring him on your show and give him our fans. Like, we brought in a lot of girl audience, something that No Jumper admittedly has not had. So we're giving them girl views, we're giving them a total different vibe than they ever had, and they're gonna use our platform, like our platform, mine, Adam's, whoever's platform.
And I've always wondered with this situation, did Adam on purpose get Jimmy Smacks to do the interview? Because, you know, if Adam's, you know, she's saying he's a good businessman, he's trying to generate more views. Did he think that getting Jimmy Smacks to talk about Celina would then generate more views for Celina's podcast the next week, and it just backfired? Because that is kind of a sticky situation, even if you are trying to go for views, even if you are trying to go for mass clout or, you know, mass appeal. And she is right. The female demographic, I said this in some of my earlier videos, the female demographic is underrepresented in a lot of these podcast type things, you know what I mean? And even my own channel statistics, it's 80% female, and that's dope. That's new. That's like exciting. I've never seen that anywhere online that I've been. It's dudes, and that's cool. You know, there may be a girl or two in a community, but to have a community that's female dominated, you get a new perspective, you get a new vibe, you get a new, especially for me as a male, you know, getting the other side is like, I'm hearing stuff that I've never really thought about before. So it's interesting.
Trying to tear me down. Never in 1,000,000 years would I bring someone who beefs with Adam, and even that would never even be a conversation to me. Even if our platform was like somewhere else, I would never ever bring somebody I'm cool with beef on my stream. I get it that Adam was going through a lot, so to like add on more pressure probably got to him about like him bringing on some other guests. I get it. But it's like, damn, Adam, like, we were supposed to be cool, and you're bringing this guy on that I don't with when I would never, ever do that to you. And so I was crying to him, and he didn't reply, unfortunately. He just kind of, like, left me on scene. And maybe, in Adam's defense, he's not good at, you know, emotions, I would say. I didn't expect him to reply with a lengthy text message saying that he's kind of overwhelmed, and he's had people from No Jumper, who I'm assuming is Josh, and 80 threaten to quit if he doesn't fire us. So he's gonna go with their side and let Thoughts Next Door go. This isn't working out, but why don't you come on and we can have like a face-to-face, you know, podcast, and we're explaining how we can't do this anymore, and then you could tell your followers, or you could tell our followers, like, where to follow you next, the people who enjoyed watching you guys every Monday night. He didn't give us the opportunity. Granted, he probably would have heard us out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I said this in my other video too. Adam kind of just swept it under the rug technique, and even on the following podcast, Cam Girl was the one who had to bring up that Adam was avoiding the question while the entire chat was like, where's Celina? Talk about Celina. What happened? And again, I don't know. Is that the best measure to just completely avoid it? Yeah, he could have maybe made it a little smoother, been like, okay, I know this is too crazy. They're getting kicked off, but they're still good. Because he even said he wants them to do well. But it wasn't like, it was just a tweet. There was really no official message. There was no apology if he felt bad. And I don't know if that would have even went over well. So who knows? What do you guys think? Did Adam make the right choice by kind of not acknowledging that he basically just kicked them off publicly? And it's just kind of been a battle on Twitter and Academic Stream and all sorts of other places.
We would have said, like, okay, like, let us have one final show. Like, we're having girls fly out, we're having men fly out just to do this show, and I loved having, like, the No Jumper brand. I was like, yeah, you want to be on No Jumper? Like, you had to go through us first, you know, type shit. I loved having that. but he didn't offer it to us. He kind of just like let us go, and that just fucked with my head. So I went on a rampage and I just went crazy. I really went crazy on him, and I don't think he deserved it. So he did apologize to me and I accepted it. I haven't apologized back to him, but Adam, I am sorry that I publicly bashed you when I don't think that's where your heart was, but that's where I stand with No Jumper. To Josh, AD, everybody else, Yuri, all of the No Jumper team, I looked at y'all like, except for AD, I never even met him, but like the No Jumper actual team who's with us every week and who's with me throughout all the times I ever come, like I really looked at y'all as family. So it saddens me that you guys would like have such a problem and threaten to quit off of backlash of strangers you guys didn't even know, when you guys knew. Like me and Liza, we don't have any problems with. We weren't trying to ruin No Jumper. Like we genuinely wanted to like build with you guys, and I'm sorry that you guys just didn't take it that way. I would love to come back one day and just like laugh about this. So I'm looking forward to that.
So before we get into the academics portion of the clip, I just want to do a quick little, thought, So I feel like she is genuinely sad about the situation. Obviously, like she's not trying to make all kinds of enemies, frenemies. I want to know if academics did take her back and all that drama didn't happen, would she had made this apology? She said at the beginning of the video that, she's glad that she waited to make this video, which I think she should have too. I think whenever something like this happens, you should wait, collect your thoughts. And I'm pretty sure she wasn't sure what she wanted to say. But if academics didn't, hear what he had heard about, what she saved his name as in her phone, would this video be the same, or would it happen at all if academics was like, come onto my platform, I'm gonna take you in, blah, 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 blah? Do you think this would be happening right now? Let's continue.
You guys just didn't take it that way, but academics and I, when I'm loyal to somebody, aka Adam, I'm loyal as fuck. So with Adam, I told you guys, like I really looked I looked up to like Lena in a way, because I had her back and I had Adam's back to the fullest. So when academics would like publicly bash them, and me being so hurt with AK about how him and I left off about my other YouTube video that I now deleted, I had their back, and I went on stream with academics because he made me, and I was just being so mean. I was just saying anything that like came to my mind that I knew would like trigger him. And he was kind of talking, he called me like an aunt, which I love being called aunt. But so I was like, AK, like these people use me, like I feel so used, like I was going crazy. And AK called me and he was like, yo, are you okay? And I was just like crying. I was like, dude, like I feel so stupid. He's like using my ops, and he was like, yeah, I understand that, like that the same man reached out to me for an interview, and as much as like I hated you as well, I would never do that to you. And I was like, see, exactly. But what I didn't understand when I was talking to AK is like, I AK, I don't Adam. I look at Adam as like a best friend, brother. Like I look at AK as like a boyfriend, like a sexual partner. So that's where like the loyalties are kind of different. And I didn't understand that until like I'm like literally just reading the comments, and I'm trying to process everything, and I was watching how I acted back, and I'm like, why did I even act like that? Anyway, AK and I, we're just talking, and we were actually more than good than I think that we ever had been after that. And there was a couple girls who, when I got paparazzi the other day, and I kind of made it known that me and AK were back talking and we're good, and like that was my baby. And girls who follow me, they always want to be spiteful. They always want to like see me hurt, and they would send me screenshots of them talking, and I always send it to him. He was like, they're blocked, don't worry about it. And then Adam, I, and him went live, which Adam was not invited to our table, but whatever. He somehow invited to our talk. And, you know, Adam told him things about NLE Choppa and other things that, you know, I couldn't really defend. It happened. So, I'm not confirming I slept with NLE Choppa, by the way. Not confirming that. I did see him. I did hang out with him. Did I f*** him? Not confirming. He was kind of drunk, so I already knew he'd fall asleep, whatever. And I was tweeting. I was like, oh my god, I like love him so bad. I love him, I love him, I love him. And texting him like, good night, Angel. I love you so much. Thank you so much for like having my back with Adam. I love you. I woke up. Nothing. Not one text. Not one phone call. Nothing. At this point, like, this man was calling me. I was like, like, I finally got academics to, like, care about me. So in my head, I'm like, okay, like, he's just mad at me. Like, let me make things right. So when these girls were sending me screenshots, one of them said that she lives in New Jersey. I was like, okay, ladies, when your intuition tells you something, believe it. Because then just today, before I sat down and recorded this video, I literally, not even 10 minutes ago, just got off the phone with this girl. And she basically told me everything that I was feeling was right. He's with this girl. She comes over to his place every day. They raw. He talks about me. He says that I'm traumatizing him, that I'm terrorizing him. She has his name tattooed, just how I have his name tattooed right under my left breast and my right breast and my neck. She has his name under in the same font.
That's kind of weird.
Blocked him off everything, and honestly, I'm at the point in my life where I just want to move on, and I just want to find happiness, and I want to find somebody who's gonna love me back the way I loved him. Like, because the way I love him, like, if I can even get half that love reciprocated, then I know I'll be good. But as for him, it is what it is. Like, please, if you guys love me or even care or even have a fucking heart, like, please don't tag me and don't send me, don't do none of that. Don't associate academics with me ever again. I can tell you guys now, and when I was going to sit down and do this video yesterday, I was going to tell you guys, like, I don't care if I say I'm done with AK, like, don't believe me, but believe me, I've never blocked him a day in my life, and I blocked him. I don't want any attachment to him anymore. I made the appointment tomorrow to go get his name off me and just start new. It's finally time. Like, I see how he is. I just loved, you know, being on a platform, like such a great platform with my best friend and building together. And surprisingly, this year has been like the best financially and like the worst mentally. But Adam, like, I hope he does the right thing. I truly hope, because it's gonna suck not ever talking to him again, because I literally have no other choice but to not talk to him if he does do that. Unless I'm just like being petty and like in my head, I might get over it in a few weeks. I don't really know, but at this moment, I hope he does make the decision not to do it.
And in any case, I'm gonna end it there. There's still a little bit left for this video, but I thought I'd just leave it here so that you guys can go watch it on Celina's channel, go support her channel as well. But damn, man, this was a roller coaster. This was an absolute roller coaster. Good points brought up. I'm trying to think of how, like, what I want to even say with the academic situation. If he was talking to Celina again and there actually is this other chick and he started like, kind of messing around with Celina, well, at the same time, he is in a dedicated relationship, or at least a dedicated fling, whatever you want to call it, that could be kind of messy as well, because, Academics was all up on live stream calling her queen, calling her princess, et cetera, et cetera. That's kind of weird. So I don't know who this other chick is. Maybe you guys do, but apparently she was, informed that there is this other girl and she has tattoos and it's kind of like a body double of Celina in a way with all these tattoos. That's kind of weird in a way. So yeah, I think Adam will reconcile. That's my opinion. A lot of people were saying in my comment section that Lena might have actually been the one that was more of an influence, but I mean, even if that was the case, I think the other stuff shadowed whatever Lena's problem was in the first place, if there was a problem. But I would not be surprised if Adam would have to convince Lena to get her back on the show. Like, I feel like even if Adam's ready to talk to her again, I feel like they both have to be ready to talk to Celina before. But who knows? I mean, Adam could capitalize on this, be like, yo, let's do another interview. Screw it. Do another interview while it's hot, or maybe it would be better if they let it cool down and talked again. But that would also generate a lot of views too. The reconciliation of Celina and Adam, and screw it, maybe throw in Academics in there too. They could turn into this like pair. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this roller coaster of Celina's video. Do you guys believe most of it? Do you think most of it's cap or BS? I'm still gonna formulate my thoughts on this too, because I'm live reacting with you guys. I have not watched this beforehand. I never watch anything beforehand when I commentate, so I'm watching with you guys. So I'll formulate my thoughts, and I'll probably talk more in depth about it later when it has more time to sink in. This has been AO from Catalyst, out.